EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drums as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. On the visitor sideline is Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His team making the long flight. Always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers, Dave. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. Glad you're with us. Austin Seibert will be the one to get the proceedings underway. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds, right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Seahawks.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll find the rookie out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They are led out by the veteran, one they call the Red Rifle, dating back to his old days at TCU. It's Andy Dalton. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Throwing, Dalton. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Seahawks scoop it up. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind. And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So I might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Dalton. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The veteran, Jawan Bentley. He's in there to drop him, and it leads to fourth down. On fourth down, Carolina's going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Moreau in motion. Darnold then on 1st and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Out right, catch made. That's Ibuka. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And the Seahawks, first down.
They'll run it on 1st down, Charbonnet. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
off the play fake. It's Darnold. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he will go all the way. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown Seahawks. His 4th TD grab of the season.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chiba Hubbard is set to come back on the field. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. First carry now for Rico Dowdle. And this will be a Panthers first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
18 yards on the play. And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Brooks, 1st down and then some. That one flips the field. Big chunk play as he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity.
And that's just another element that defenses have to worry about when playing a team like this, you match up with all their skill guys in the route concept, but then there's nobody left to account for the quarterback, and he ends up making the play. Big-time finish, big-time play, and they end this drive with 6.
Seibert's extra point is true. And the Panthers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already just in this first quarter of play. On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. J.C. Horn coming in from his quarterback spot to make the tackle. Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
J.C. Horn on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Got it with Smith in Jigba. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
At the 36-yard line.
That's complete. It is Foster Moreau. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
And the Seahawks
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On the ground, Charbonnet. And he'll take this one in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Meyer, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. There's Dave Canales, the Carolina head coach, his Panthers, heading back onto the field. They've been one of the better teams running the football all year, evidenced by the ease with which they ran it on that prior drive. That's taken in, and it's Rico Dowdle. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Panthers football to begin this second quarter from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2 as we are ready to get back underway. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
Ball Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Dalton. A throw there. Finally gets it. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Panthers first down.
Dalton to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Ty Felton. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon. And it'll wind up being a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Brooks. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. James Bradbury up from his corner spot to make the stop. From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Dalton. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Now it's Dalton. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And the Panthers are back within 4 at 14-10.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Moreau in motion. Started this drive on the ground. Here comes Charbonnet. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, Darnold. On the move left. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
These plays just kill you. Defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain him. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Dalton. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
He'll drop to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
19 more on that one, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Jawan Bentley. He's able to get to the quarterback for the second time here in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Back to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Throwing, Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 18.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Short pass, caught by Moreau. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take it. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Dalton. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
Devin Witherspoon on the tackle. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
He's got his man. That's Lee Gett. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And he will get into the end zone. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers.
It's not often in the NFL like that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Sideways extra point is true. Panthers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll go play action with Darnold. A dive, but he let him too much. It's incomplete. J.C. Horn that time with the good coverage, and he knocks it away. Throwing on second down, Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
That's good for a Seahawks.
Darnold to throw again. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2.
Darnold to the air once more. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big play for Seattle. 33 yards.
And the Seahawks first down.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. Because I promise you, that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Rush to his left. And he's in! Sam Darnold. Touchdown Seahawks. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Now Dalton. On the right side and corralled by Thielen. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
Quick throw as we get on the RPO. It is 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
Dalton to throw. Let's set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Panthers
now it's Dalton. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 of the 12.
Throwing Dalton. Out to his right. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. To throw is Dalton. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Austin Seibert now for this field goal try. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers cut the deficit down to 1.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Going up top. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And it's arguably the league's top.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's taken it to the 32-yard line. It's a big up to 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 4. That's the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Dalton. That one out wide. Dowdle. And they won't let him get away. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Sean Robinson in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On play action, here's Darnold. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
23 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
A run here right side, and it's sharp ahead. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Xavier Watts there to bring him down.
48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No chance at all. go down. P.J. Wanham in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's a designed run. He'll try and get there on the ground. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Big Leonard Williams brings them down. It's 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
on 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. It's a Carolina 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here comes the jet sweep. Oh, he's hit on the line, and the ball is out. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. There's a short run that's caught by Ferguson, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a run with Charbonnet. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flash. Going to be 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. You talk about the moves, spinning out of that tackle, turning it into a gain of 7.
He was tackled at
2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Another run here with Hubbard. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Here now, 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5.
Dalton. Will try to carry that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he got it.
He cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Well, Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
That's complete on the tight end screen. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. 3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That's taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll be forced out of bounds. A very short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Sanders. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now Dalton. Moving outside the pocket.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. Over the middle, he's got the gap. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
The Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he's into the end zone. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Big moment coming up for the Panthers as they will go for two.
The Panthers will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And he is not going to get in. Stopped on the try for two. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as two-point plays. I think to simply turn around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7th. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, that paid great dividends to this point. They'll go play action with Darnold. Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Darnold. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. JT Tuimoloau in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He gets this to Moreau, left side. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down. This one, returnable. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Oh, a loose football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate was able to cradle it, and they keep possession. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now it's Dalton. He'll swing this out to Dowdle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and 7. Throwing, Dalton. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they've just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. This one is caught by Moreau. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. First and 10.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Here's a run inside, and it's Charbonnet. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Tershawn Wharton, he's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Darnold. To the sideline. Nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a first down. We're about ready now for the punt. He forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now, faking the give. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. To throw is Dalton. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick 6 changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
So now an extra point really doesn't help that much. He'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. He's going to try to do it himself. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Here's Dalton. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Dalton to throw. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long. They'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Back to throw. He's going to try it here again. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Handoff, heading left is Charbonnet. The Panthers will take their first timeout. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's second and 6.
14-yard line.
They'll go again here with Charbonnet. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. Talk things over before third down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
That's Ibuka in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
A 25-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Panthers offense ready to take over once again. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Dalton. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
Gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Panthers.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That one complete to Leggett. 2nd down, they need 7.
Xavier Leggett. It's a pickup of 3.
They'll look to throw.
2nd and 7.
Back into the hands of Hubbard. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop the throw. He'll step up and run. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. The game hanging in the balance, and a critical third down. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
A gain of 36 yards. That's another Panthers first.
So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the